All right, salute. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for being here. Throw me some love. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I'm just an amateur giving you what I know, what I experience is what it is. But guys, listen, I've been in Thailand a little over 5 months right now, as like officially. I live in Chiang Mai, for the record, north of Bangkok. So you can't really compare Bangkok or Pattaya or Phuket to where I live. They're completely damn different, man. A different group of people that use a different type of language. They eat different food up here. It's just completely different. So I'm speaking of my experiences from, being here in Thailand, spending most of my time here in Chiang Mai. And guys, this is one of the things I want to talk about is like a lot of guys that choose to move here. You are on a different wavelength than 95% of everyone that comes here. For those of you who choose to like come, live, integrate, learn Thai, embrace the culture, immerse yourself in it, if you will, take it all in, you cannot live the same or make the same decisions that 95% of people who come here do, because most people who come here, 95% are on vacation. And they're not all these bad people. I've met great backpackers and stuff, like especially up in Pai and Chiang Rai. I even went all the way to the Myanmar border last week, like literally 20 feet from it, if you will. I did not. That was so sketch up there, but completely different. But even like when it comes to the tourists, who come to Thailand, I find that most of the tourists who come to Chiang Mai, especially, are more well behaved. They might be older, like slower type people, but it's not all that. It's a lot of young people, a lot of young backpackers, like couples and stuff, girls who come like in groups, guys who come in groups. So it's such a big variety. So what I want to say is like, as you start to live here, you start to like separate yourself and understand what it is. You understand how prices work. You understand the hustle, if you will, because tourism is a huge part of the economy here. It's just what it is. But obviously, when you come long time, you're gonna have that overwhelming nostalgia when you first get here. We all do, and honestly, it's really tough. But a lot of people get either stuck in that, or that nostalgia will destroy them because they go completely balls to the wall in like with that, like deep into that, and they just make a ton of terrible like decisions, if you will. But I want to talk about that. It's like you cannot live your life here in vacation mode. So a lot of people come here, they have a great time, they party, they drink, they go get girls, they do all this stuff, and that's not all of what Thailand is. A lot of people come here, they see the sights. A lot of people don't drink. Some people smoke a little bit, which is perfectly normal here. It's a very tolerant country. I can't even begin to get into it because a lot of Western people wouldn't understand until they've been here and experienced these things for themselves. But when you come and live long time, you realize that there are some elements that are more like a social pressure that you can't explain, you can't describe, but things that you feel, things you understand, things you have to accept for what it is. And you will begin to distance yourself from the overwhelming majority of tourists here. But that doesn't mean all. So I'm going to get into it. The number one reason why you cannot come here and live your life in vacation mode is money. Obviously, you can come here and have a good time when you first get here, but quickly get your ass back in your lane. Like I'd say, like short, like as quick as possible. I've met people that came here with a 2-month party budget and they got their ass in line within a week. But I've met people who've also come in, with a 1-month party budget and they never got their ass in line and they're not in a good place. So I meet all kinds of different people, if you will. And these are not just like forangs, like tourists and whatnot, but this is really the underlying, like, I won't call it hustle, but it is a hustle. There's a big overwhelming hustle here and everyone's in on it except for your ass. So once you start to see glimpses of it, this is really why you'll start to separate, and you have to, because what happens is, number two, I want to say, is that you will establish negative routines. Listen very carefully. Negative routines where you categorize yourself, not on purpose, but you categorize yourself with the other idiots out here. So you have to understand, you have to create some distance. If you want any respect from the locals or even the long-term expats who live here, if you come here and you're going to the stupid bars, you're acting stupid, you're walking down the street with a new chick every day and whatnot, there's drama, God forbid, everyone's gonna know what kind of person you are. And like, people have a term here, they call them butterflies, like guys who just fly around from chick to chick, which there are those guys, but a lot of guys don't do that, but a lot of guys do. Butterfly is not a good term, especially if you live here a long time. If you live here like if you come short time, nobody gives a shit. But if you live long time and you're a butterfly, no one's ever gonna take you serious. No one. They're gonna understand that you're out here chasing your desires, and people see that as a weakness. I'm serious, guys. This is really where it starts to open. Like, when you start to like go beyond the surface of what it is here, it exposes you to what it is, and it helps you to distance like yourself from being categorized and labeled in that same category, because God forbid I want to be in that category, because reputation is everything here for men and women both. It is everything, and people will do anything to protect it. I'm telling you. Number 3 is that if you continue to live your life in vacation mode, you're chasing drinks, you're getting drunk, you're sitting at the fucking bars chasing girls or letting girls chase you, you're out at the same places every day, not doing anything different, not setting healthy boundaries even for your damn self, you are literally never gonna venture outside of the tourist areas, and you're never gonna experience what Thailand truly is. You're never gonna see the Thai culture. You're never gonna see the real people that aren't focused on the hustle that I described earlier. Because when you're in the main tourist areas, especially in Pattaya, Phuket, Bangkok, and even parts of Chiang Mai, but not so much, you're gonna you're never gonna be able to escape that bubble, and you're gonna be surrounded by the same idiots who are making the same mistakes your ass is, getting drunk every day, bitching about how shitty it is, or how shitty life is, or how that, you know, somebody fucked them over, or this or that. Like, I'm telling you, like, I've seen a lot here since I've been here. I've met people, like, even guys that are just bitter as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Guys that are bitter because they went down the wrong road too many times. They didn't take anyone's advice. You can't even talk to these guys. You don't want to sit near them. Like, I've walked in restaurants and I see, like, because you're going to see the same people. I talked about reputation. You're eventually going to run across everyone again at some point, no matter what. Guaranteed, 100%. So when you see them, you're going to have to understand what you talk about, like how you like speak, who you associate with. It's very important. And this is not from a narcissistic perspective. This is just saying, keep good company. Be good to people. Keep a decent reputation. That's all I'm saying. Don't be out here known as the guy that's running through a bunch of women, getting drunk, acting loud, cussing in public, walking around sloshing beer. I don't give a F. It's not good, especially if you live long time. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, and this is really what this boils into my last point on this topic at least. Number 4 is that you will never have respect from the locals or the other longtime expats who are actually well behaved. You'll never have respect from the people here. If you live long term and you're in the bars every day, you're getting drunk, you're getting obnoxious, like, one time can ruin that. Like, just trust me on this. Like, who you deal with, who you have fun times with, even who you're friends with, all of this matters. People seriously judge and gauge each other on a social level to this extent here. To me, it's like even worse than it is in the West, but it keeps people in line. It keeps people associating with the right people. I'm telling you, it's very important. Reputation is so damn important here. Now, I'm going to spend the last half of this video talking about what you should do when you come here long time. This is advice. This is just my tips. Take it or leave it. I don't give a fuck. Fucking eat it or throw it out and take a shit on it. I don't care. But this is just my advice. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just telling you. Number 1 is change your routines frequently. Change routines frequently. Never allow routines because I've noticed that, like, routines become kind of creepy to me, because you'll start running across the same people at the same time sometimes, and it's like almost creepy. Like, if you're hanging out in the same areas or going to the same places, dealing with the same like night scene type crowds and shit like that, you're gonna meet great people, but you're also gonna meet the wrong people occasionally as well. But the thing is one person's gonna be watching your ass from a distance. And I'm not saying anything's happened to me, but there are stories. Listen, there are people here who don't have anything. So listen, it's a matter of time. If you're putting yourself out there, if you're getting drunk, walking by yourself, going to the same fucking place every night at 10:30, they're gonna say, "Oh, dumbass Ferenc, he's coming by 10 minutes," and we're waiting around. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. It probably won't, but it could. So never like allow your routines to become so entrenched where everyone can like predict what the fuck you're gonna do. That is really a bad idea. I would say change routines, change areas, change restaurants, change like places you frequent. I'm not saying change friends, but like your friends will understand this. So with that said, you can hang out with your friends later, shit like that. But keep that shit on the low, change it up, just be unpredictable. Never be predictable, man. Never be that guy who everyone knows is gonna show up at 3 o'clock. Because I'm gonna tell you, I've heard the way people talk about some of these guys, and they think that that's their best friends, and that's not the case. They're just talking shit about him. Oh, he's a sucker. He's gonna drop 400 baht today. There are some of these guys that are really just obnoxious and they tolerate it, but they go to these places where they think people like them, and they actually don't. They just tolerate his ass for a certain amount of money for a certain amount of time because he's predictable, and it's just old Joe. You don't want to be this guy. You would be better off just not causing any scene, just backing off, withdraw yourself, use absence to create respect, man. That's really what it boils down to. Next is going to be never freaking like flex your money ever here. You don't tip. This is a no tipping society, a no tipping culture. Don't be going out there buying expensive shit, because trust me, the word, and like on the other hand, like what I just talked about, the bad news will get around. The good news will too. The good news is I know this sucker right here flexing his fucking wallet, and I'm gonna tell you, right, you're gonna have so many traps on your ass and you don't even know it. They watching you like, oh, there he goes. And then down the street, the next one's calling you. Yeah, I see him. He's coming. Yeah, it's him. It's him. And they will fucking corner you. I'm just trying to tell you. You are basically putting a target on your ass when you do this. This is very, very important. Next, I would say limit your drinking. Listen, I like drinking. I like beers, but I don't go out to like, music and bars and stuff all the time. Maybe once or twice a week. But I do like to have some fun. I like to have my beers, but not every day. Take days off. Change shit up. Limit your dating and your fun time life too. This is really what's going to cost you the most here. When you come here, like what's going to cost you the most is dating and dealing with women for the most part. It's just gonna. Even if it's not like they're like charging you, you're gonna spend money. You're gonna go out on dates. You're gonna buy 2 drinks. You're gonna buy 2-3 plates of food. And these Thai women love to eat. We all like in Thailand, people eat like 5 times a day, dude, and they order like 30 fucking dishes. So it's just like culture here. So just understand, dating and fun time, especially if you're here a long time, is really going to run up your cost quite a bit. So just be conscious of this and be aware of this. I'm just being honest as a guy. I've had plenty of fun, good times with the ladies here. They've been wonderful, but it costs more money. It just does. Last but not least is that you have to be always aware of every move you make, every person you talk to, every friend you make on Facebook, or every person you accept in a certain thing where everyone else can publicly see who you deal with. It's a big thing here. I'm telling you guys, I can't stress this enough, and I know I kind of mentioned this a minute ago, but your respect is hard earned, especially if you're a foreigner, because most foreigners have a bad reputation as mal mak mak, meaning that they're drunk all the fucking time, like really drunk. They're loud, they're obnoxious, and to be fair, some of them are. Or they're just, all they're out there doing is just, running through a bunch of women. And yeah, some of them are, but not all. So if you come here and you plan on living long time as a foreigner, you have to show that you're not that person. I'm not saying you got to prove yourself, but you have to understand don't associate with people who do. Be careful with where you go, which bars, because as I said, people know everything here, man. People know everything, where you're going. Oh, I saw you over there. Oh, yeah, I saw you with such and such. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me since I've been here. It's scary. It's scary how many times it happens. Like if you like have a confrontation with a girl and you never see her again, she gonna find your ass. Oh yeah, she gonna come rolling up. You can believe it. She's got her squad, like, hey, yeah, I see him. So with that said, this is not all, but people are very interconnected here. So just be aware of the type of people you're dealing with, the type of people you associate with, the type of things you're doing, the type of hours you're hanging out, the type of places you go, the amount of money you spend, because this is really important. Like, you have to be so freaking socially aware, in my opinion, if you want to have a good life here in Thailand. But the truth is that you absolutely can, as long as you're socially aware of what's going on. You have to be more socially aware as a man, in my opinion, here than you ever have in your life. Now, the other things are not going to mess you up. The only thing that's going to mess you up is your ass doing some stupid shit, putting your stuff in some places you shouldn't, staying out later than you should, drinking more than you should, making shit decisions, setting routines and patterns where you were so predictable that, yeah, somebody got your ass. Well, I'm not surprised. You go to the same, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that's going to happen, but why not be aware of it and move this way? With that said, guys, would I recommend living in Thailand? It depends, guys. If you're coming here like I'm coming to find a woman, like, you can find good women here, but it's gonna take time. Just give yourself time. Learn Thai, understand you've got to move away from the city centers. You've got to have a good reputation. Like I said, you've got to learn enough Thai and Thai culture to move outside and start dealing with things outside the tourist areas, if you even want to consider it, in my opinion. I'm just being honest, keeping it a buck with you guys. But with that said, if you want to come here and be single and just, do your thing, take your time, have a good time, call up some honeys from time to time, it's a paradise as long as you got your shit in control and you ain't getting emotional and all that bullshit. You'll be okay, I promise. But guys, don't think you're immune. I don't care. Oh, I'm no simp. I'm gonna tell you guys, these chicks are good. These women are extraordinary at making you fall in love. I'm trying to tell you guys, oh, I got this. I've been dealing with these American bust downs and all this. No. Fuck out of here. Take it from me. Guys, I'm one of the stone cold, I don't give a fuck motherfuckers. I'm trying to tell you guys, these chicks are good. They're good. Now, as of today, I'm good. But, as I said, guys, I've had to really fucking, question myself more than once with some of these girls, bro. I'm trying to tell you. You've never seen anything like this. And this is going to be one of the biggest mistakes you make, especially if you come here on vacation mode and you set a pattern of spending. This chick, of course, she's going to fall in love with your ass. Yeah, and then you try to take that away. Of course, she's going to throw some shit through your fucking windshield or some, through your window. She's going to wake you up in the middle of the night. Yeah, of course she is. She's going to send her brothers in there to beat your ass. Of course. Because you showed her all this and then you took it away. And she don't understand. I'm just trying to tell you guys. So in that case, when it comes to, if you're dealing with someone, stick to who the fuck you are. Be that rock. You know what I'm saying? Make sure if you set a routine, don't set a routine you can't fucking manage. If you can manage it, that's up to you, no problem. Listen, best thing to do is to come here and pretend like you're damn broke. I'm here for a little while. I don't know. I'm not rich. Don't dress extravagant. Sometimes I dress up nice and I get tons of attention. Man, when I dress up nice, it's on, homie. But, I dress up pretty casual most of the time. I'm wearing my elephant pants right now. I don't want no fucking attention. I'm serious. But you understand it ain't real attention. It ain't the attention you want anyway. So, with that said, guys, I hope this helps. Don't live your life in vacation mode if you choose to come here. Don't let that that suck you into the standard, the way it's gonna always be. You're gonna have to physically fucking have some self-discipline and remove yourself from that pattern of life and set some damn parameters for your ass, for yourself, and remove yourself, because you will never be able to thrive, in my opinion, living here in vacation mode, unless you're absolutely fucking balls to the wall wealthy. That's the only way, in my opinion. I'm serious. But most people aren't. Most people are here on a budget. Most people don't want to set that example. They don't want to attract the wrong people in their life. And that's really what this boils down to, is being honest with yourself. Being honest with what you can sustain. Just truly being honest with, do you want to fit in? Do you want to be respected? Or do you want to be a sucker, be a target, be a fool? And you be out there under the bridge on the other side of Myanmar before you know it. So, with that said, guys, you can really come here and have a good life, but you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be strict and disciplined. I'm serious. It's not easy, because falling in the trap of getting drunk every day or chasing girls is so effing easy. It's the easiest thing to do here. The easiest thing to do is to go get messed up, go get drunk, go get Mao Ganja, Mao beer, Mao Sing, whatever. And that's the easiest route to go, and it's so fucking easy and so affordable to you Western guys, but it's the worst path. In the end, it will cost you the most. I'm convinced of this, guys. Be smart about it. Be smart about yourself. Don't be afraid of looking in the fucking mirror and making those changes on a pretty consistent basis. Don't set routines. Change up the thing. Change up your patterns. Just always reinvent yourself however you can. With that said, guys, long video. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Listen, shout out from Chiang Mai. Yeah, I'm drinking my Chang in my hotel room by myself. With that said, I love you guys, and I'm out.